Hello guys, welcome back to Comic Book Cafe. This time around we're reviewing Dr. Fate Vol.4 Issue 3. So far, the first two issues, I've actually loved the series so far. Uh, basically the point of this is that it's basically literally rain that's supposed to basically wipe out the world by Anubis. And our new Dr. Fate is got to save the world. But he doesn't know how. Because he's just a college kid who all of a sudden gets on this helmet, and all of a sudden his helmet is on him, and he's just trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So this issue kind of again continues like the last two issues did, and this is a case where you have to read the first two issues to get the full story. But in this case, Anubis is basically taking the vessel, a dog, and basically wants to destroy the world and make it his world, and humans are his, you know peasants, creatures, do whatever he wants with them, wipe them out, whatever he wants to do. He just wants to, rule. And our Dr. Fate's got to stop it. So his father, who got messed up by the evil dogs and stuff, you see him in the hospital talking, to his mother. His eyes are bandaged. He can't see. They don't really think he's gonna be able to. The father kind of thinks he's not gonna be able to see again anymore. And the mother's like, he's like, what am I going to do? I can't be a taxi cab driver if I can't see. And he says he feels like it's old, something old and evil at work here. And you kind of see like a drip of blood come out of his eye through the bandage. And that's all we see of the father. That's, he's just expensive. But the son, on the other hand, so he starts off and he tries to find a way to fight the water. And he's trying to find, like, he tries the exorcism phrases from the movies and stuff. He's trying to find a way how this thing works. He's not sure. But it does work, but it doesn't get rid of the water. And then all of a sudden, like, it seems like, he remembers the dog saying a blood price, and he thinks it's after his blood, and he gets away from it. Anyway, and you see his real life here in a little bit, not a lot. Like, he wakes up one morning really tired, and the next day's medical school again, and, family friends stop by, see everybody's doing. A girl, Killia, I think's her name. Anyway, she like makes a comment to him about how, when you're ready to leave your girl, for a proper girl, and he's like, grow up, and he says boys, and he says women, and she says boys. Maybe she likes him. Who knows? But that little thing happens, kind of obviously build on that later on, I guess. And then he goes back out to fight again. The helmet, he's got no choice. He's going to do it. He goes out with the helmet. There's no real guide. The guy who was like the handler, caretaker really doesn't tell him much. So he goes out again, and he tries again, and he's realizing, okay, so this helmet's tied to natural stuff, wind, stuff. So he is beginning to slightly understand, okay, so this thing uses natural, like, powers, and he's trying to fight stuff, and he fails. He gets drenched in the water, and he gets out, and he actually hits a helicopter, which rights him, but then he has to save the helicopter, and like, what the heck was that? And one guy just kept, well, that reminds me of the Rocketeer jetpack. He's like, well, that's not real. So, and at the very end, he realized he didn't text people good night, and that's it. But we also see Anubis as a dog basically want to find the human host. And so he sent his people after it, not the animal, the human host, which of course would be our Dr. Fate. So a lot of different things going on. Again, I've enjoyed this book a lot because you're seeing this character as in like his trying to be a superhero but not realizing he's a superhero. He's just doing it to try to like get this helmet to leave him alone. Like, fine, I'll do this. Try to save the world, but I just want to be left alone. And he don't know if you even realize he's saving the world. He's just doing what he wants to get rid of it, while you see his personal life with his family, his girl, medical school, trying to like balance all that at the same time, because he doesn't know what Dr. Fate is. He has no clue what he's really doing, and it's really cool to see that, like, somebody trying to figure their footing in all this right now. Why I have no clue what's going on. And yes, it's kind of funny to see that a big evil spirit takes the host of a dog, but it is what it is. So What do you think of Doctor Fate Volume 4 Issue 3? How do you like the series so far? I've overall enjoyed it. Again, I'm a person who simply did not ever really get into Doctor Fate. Just was something else to read, and that was there, and I just didn't pay attention to this one. And overall, I enjoyed it, and it kind of makes me feel ashamed I haven't read Doctor Fate before. Overall, if you haven't read the books, you really should. They're really good because they are showing you this character slowly like accepting and becoming Doctor Fate while trying to balance his life. It's not like, bam, he's Doctor Fate already. He knows how to do everything and balance everything. In this case, it's quite the opposite. He has no clue how to balance anything. He has no clue what's going on with the helmet and the powers and this evil. He just knows he wants to do it to get rid of it so he can go back to his regular life and do med school. Anyway, let me hear your guys' opinions on it like always, and I will make another review soon. Later, guys.